A chocolate fondant pudding has been found murdered. Matt Kemp and assistant Laura from the Underground Cookery Crime Unit have been dispatched to the scene.
Golly, what a travesty. Another cookery murder.
Classic case, this one. The chef's overcooked it. The whole point of the dessert is the lovely chocolate sauce oozes out the middle. He's realised his mistake, he's hacked it to pieces, he's used a paring knife, he clearly has no respect for food.
Let me guess, he's murdered it twice again.
We've got to bring it back to life and we've got to make it again.
Let's do it.
Come on. We've got to save this dish. I'm going to send you into the kitchen. What we're going to do is break this up into little pieces, get a vanilla ice cream out the freezer, melt it down, mix the two together, and then reset the ice cream. It's then going to be a chocolate fondant vanilla ice cream. It's going to be gorgeous.
Brilliant.
I'm going to show you how to make a chocolate fondant in the kitchen, so come with me. Right, well, we're going to remake the chocolate fondant pudding, another Underground Cookery School classic. Just a little tiny knob of butter in the pudding basin. You don't want too much butter, but just literally enough so that you can see the butter, but not quite. And a little bit of flour goes in there. Again, just enough so that you can tap it around the edges. So we'll set that aside and forget about it. I've got a bowl here, a pan of boiling water, and I'm going to put a measure of butter in here, and then some of the chocolate beans. Don't worry too much about quantities. You can check the recipe on www.undergroundcookeryschool.com. What we're going to do now is separate eggs and yolks. So the next time you see me in this bowl, we're going to have 3 whole eggs and 3 yolks. We've now got our bowl with 3 whole eggs and 3 yolks, and I'm going to add a quantity of sugar, and I'm just going to give those a good old mix. There we go, and let me show you the chocolate and butter, because that should now have combined, which it has. So we're just going to give that a little bit of a stir. I'm now going to add the yolks, the eggs, and the sugar. And then the final part to this recipe is just adding a little bit of the flour. So give that a good old mix. You can actually refrigerate this recipe and you just have this really, really heavy chocolate mousse, which is amazing. But to have a sort of runny, hot chocolate mousse, which is really what this dessert's all about, is really it. And I think just to have this with vanilla ice cream is just amazing. The combination of the two. So just going to tip that in. Look at the texture, it is quite thick. Cookery is all about texture. But all we now need to do is stick that in the oven, and as soon as it starts to dome, that's when it's done. So the chocolate fondant's been in the oven for around about 16 minutes on 150. Oven times do vary. And what we're going to do is take it out. Just going to run a knife around it. Zonks. So we're just going to dust it with a little bit of icing sugar. And if we cut it open, and here's the money shot. Should have a lovely gooey sauce. How about that? Chocolate fondant pudding remade.
I can't believe that dish got murdered twice. Once again, a success, I say.
Absolutely, yeah. We managed to remake the chocolate fondant pudding. We brought the other one back to life. It just goes to show.
No, let me guess. That wasting food is the worst crime of all.
Biggest crime of all.
Hello? Oh, pear souffle.
Come on.